personally, I don't think I would mark either of these guys as like, you know, the next WCS champion, but I could see either of them possibly getting to at least Semper for sure, possibly getting to 2 Challenger League.
Sure. I just don't know with 1 slots who was actually going to.
I know. You see so many of your favorite names in these brackets. Like Scarlet sticks out like a sore thumb. Like you can't believe she's not qualified yet, right? Masa as well, like King of Canada, King of the North. I don't know, but we're ready when you guys are. So good luck. Yeah, but I used to know rebOrn back when he was on, or knew of rebOrn back when he was on Team Ascension. God knows, forever long ago.
rebOrn, Ascension rebOrn? I don't even...
Oh, no, he wasn't on Ascension, it was a different one. It was Team something. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Ascension, I take that back.
Crap. No, Semper's on Grav. Oh, I don't know.
Well, either way, guys, game is beginning. It's Van Eye Research Station, TVZ. We'll see you in a sec. Alright, welcome back. Game number 1 in a brand new best of 3. Spawning here in the northern spawn location, it's going to be the yellow Terran player from Team Gravity, Semper.
In the bottom position, as the blue Zerg, it's Flipside Tactics rebOrn.
Team Gravity, you guys might recognize that name if you've been catching up with or paying attention to any of their fight nights. They've been hosting a lot of show matches. I think it was on Hitbox, not Twitch. So, oh my god, don't advertise as a competitor. But really, there's been some pretty good matches they've been able to set up in the past. And I think you were, you cast one of those actually, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
With Fear Drag.
Did they treat you okay? Were you well taken care of online?
Yes.
Good
Thanks
to
for
hear.
asking.
Good to hear.
Yeah, thanks.
They I guess I don't know how you could really, unless you just needlessly BM'd like somebody you contacted the cast. I guess they couldn't treat you badly online.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what were you expecting? That it was like, they're cracking a whip? Like, Dad, I thought we were paid for more. You didn't pay me.
There
Well,
wasn't
you
enough
should've-
hype in that
yeah.
intro.
You
How
should've done
dare
it
you.
anyways.
Alright, well, we'll see how Semper does. Again, he's really not a bad Terran player. The sad thing is, though, there really are, I feel, there's not a lot of B-list Terran players I would think off the top of my head. It really is like you're either at the top or you're not. And sadly for me, Semper, well, I do think that looking at several of the names in his bracket can go far in the qualifier. It is going to be up to him to take it to that next level today. He can't just play like average old Joe Semper here, and he's got to change some things up. Because, I mean, well, right now he's playing against rebOrn, who maybe he's all in Zerg, maybe he's not. Right around the 3rd or 4th round in, he starts hitting some harder hitting players like Hamker, possibly Believe our move skills down the line too. Really going to be tough for him.
Tough for everyone. There is no one in this bracket that I'm like, he's gonna get through.
I know,
There's no
right?
J-Dog, there's no Stardust. Steven Stardust was actually a question mark until 2 days ago.
Yeah. It is actually funny that that's the case though, because it really is never been a case where you're like, okay, well, you know what, I can at least figure 2 of these guys out. But you know, I would love to say Masa Scarlet in the finals, and if that was the case, that'd be sick. But that might not even happen.
Is that possible? They're on the complete opposite side of the bracket?
Yep, top and bottom.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, complete opposite. Yeah, you're right.
I claim this bracket in the name of Canada.
You wish. Patch Toss is gonna toss Scarlet out of the qualifiers. Yeah, they only thought of that on the fly.
Yeah, good job, Rifkin. That was really well executed.
Thanks. And SWS is going to... There's no pun with that name.
That's the sound they make when they leave. The sound of the wind of the door closing, escaping after they have to leave and close it behind them.
I don't think it's actually a sound, man.
Look, okay, if it wants to be onomatopoeia, it's gonna be onomatopoeia.
Tries hard.
But anyways, going back to the topic of rebOrn, we saw some pretty funny all-ins earlier today in the Ultima League for this map. Granted, it was versus Protoss back then, so part of me, I had this weird like jump, like, is it gonna be crazy? And well, it's not gonna be a big Baneling all-in. It is a really quick Roach Warren.
Yeah, very quick Roach Warren. No second gas way I should expect a Baneling nest, but it is gonna add just a little bit of damage.
Yeah, Semper's gone for a 3rd CC instead of a second gas here, so he's not gonna have the Banshee for this. And without a Reaper scouting, he's not going to have the knowledge to throw down bunkers. If this guy throws down bunkers blindly, he's got the sickest game sense of all time. But, oh my god, are you serious? Well, actually, no, I take that back, because we've seen a lot of Terran players doing this blindly, actually. In situations where we were questioning it, too. So, one's not so crazy, but one's also not going to hold, I don't think.
Yeah, Van Eye Research Station, something that, I think Terrans, or, well, I guess everyone is realizing that it's not quite as safe as it seems just because of an in-house expansion. So throwing down a bunker, while it seems silly because it's not in, like, that nice wall, like an overgrowth, it's still safe. It's also a little silly because it is so far back because the factory is so big that, sometimes when they bust the supply depot, the bunker stops helping. They just, like, run past it, and you're just like, what did you do that for?
I'm actually wondering if that might even hit the Roaches. If the Overlord's brought over, he might be able to hit the deeper from the low ground with no repercussions.
Really?
Right here on the low ground, like, I don't think the bunker reaches here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought you said reach the bunker, and I was like...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you brought the Overlord, either of these Overfire got vision, but...
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe a little too scared that, like, there's possibility a Viking would pop out, or... Yeah, probably a Viking would be the scariest thing. Looks like he's thinking about it. There you go.
It does something closer to the bunker, though, so... I don't know how I feel about this. One of mine's out now, too. 2 of them as well. This gets a little bit harder for rebOrn to actually pressure into this. He did go back to droning, and he's moving towards a lair. So this attack wasn't a big follow-up of 12 more Roaches with more Lings flooding across the map. It was just going to be some pretty heavy pressure that would be very, admittedly, difficult to deal with. But Semper... Oh, he did a good job scaring him, spooking him. rebOrn didn't come into this with a very proper plan, and he's gonna bleed out a couple of Roaches because of it.
Yeah, this attack really is supposed to deal with some type of SCV damage. SCVs have to be pulled eventually into what usually is the bunker if it's not Van Eye, and then that's when you snipe them down. Not even really caring about the bunker, you're just caring how many SCVs you can get. And by only getting 0, well, he didn't do enough damage.
Well, he only started the game with 0 too, so... Did he do good or did he do badly? We don't know. Turns around on the Hellions to get a shot off real quick. That Banshee's in hot pursuit. Now, she can't fight much longer because the cloak is so far off, but I mean, the reality is if those Queens leave the ramp, the Roaches leave the ramp, the Hellions are just going to run up and make rebOrn pay.
Might be tempting, but then again, you might only get through with 4 Roaches, and then maybe there are actually Lings on top, or for instance, more Roaches. So it'll take rebOrn is still committing to it.
Big shout out by the 2 Argnog. This guy is always supporting everybody on everybody's stream, it feels like. Much love to him. $25. Real big donation coming in with a message that says, appreciate all the qualifier coverage, friends. Well, I appreciate that you appreciate it. That's why we do it.
Well, it looks like rebOrn is going to go into Mutas, and I guess I see a Baneling nest as well. I mean, Roach Muta isn't really what we usually see.
Ooh, no Spore Crawler.
It's going. Oh, but he saw the Banshees.
I know, that's why I find this so crazy. I mean, okay, there's Mutalists on the way, but is there even an Overseer? Look at this one. There we go. Coming out in. I mean, he could put a little bit of pressure on this, get it a bit low, lose the Banshees, maybe drop, executes it later, but for Semper, he scans the main just now. I think he missed the Spire with that scan. No, he saw it. So he's got an Immutus around the way. Clock's ticking and starts churning around. 5 turrets come down immediately at home, too. Not dicking around this guy, taking every precaution possible, making sure in the production, in the mineral lines. Nice.
Yeah. Semper so far playing a bit of a cleaner game. It's not like rebOrn's out of it or anything. His drone count not really the best, but he's getting, slowly getting up there. His upgrades are something that really did falter, though. I mean, he's only just now putting down those Evo chambers. I mean, it's possible rebOrn with a well-timed armory is going to be, a ways in a 2-2 before rebOrn remembers to start his 1-1.
Now, it's going to be hard to get those Widowmine shots. There's an Overseer floating around somewhere. But the nice thing is they do get a kill when they connect. Lots of Marines, too. Stim is done. Of course, he's waiting on combat shield. It's only just begun. But it does give him the mobility to keep up with the mutas. Sure, they decide to tango, and that's going to be a mistake out of rebOrn. I don't know why he flew those in there like that. 2 mutas go down pretty darn quick. Oh, dear. 2-2 coming up behind us as well. At the same time, rebOrn starts his 1-1. I mean, everything about this right now is just him kind of playing a bit behind. Not so much that he's out of the game, but rebOrn is not in a position you would expect a Zerg player to be in a typical TVC.
No, in fact, the supply just suddenly like skyrocketed. You know, so he was down by like 10, and now he's down by almost 40. This is incredibly bad. Now Semper is out pushing out. He's not adding aggression that he definitely could be. I guess he's waiting for those medevacs.
Oh, he's gonna get the mutas again. What is rebOrn doing with his muta control?
Well, he's not using them well. That's what. But now that the medevacs are out, he should be able to push.
Yeah, heals up some of the Marines that were damaged. I mean, the nice thing is I think he knows with the muta control not only just kind of lacking, but in general not causing a lot of damage, he's not going to have to worry about this really annoying counterattack where the mutas fly in and catch you so badly off guard. In fact, he's actually rallied 3 Banshees to the bottom right while this goes on. rebOrn still has no detection down here, no Spore Crawler at all. So if Semper puts all of his focus, 100% of his energy into the middle of the map, distracts, doesn't even have to take a real fight, these Banshees could easily tear down that hatchery. But they can't go in alone. They have to have a distraction for them, or they themselves need to be the distraction. Either or, there's one good set of damage coming down on the left or the right side of the map. We're about to find out which it's going to be. It might even be both, really.
Oh, this Queen's gonna die. The drone's gonna die. How do you even break this Spore Crawler? How?
You could actually kill a Spore Crawler with 3 Banshees, too.
That is true. But I mean, still, like, consider that he had it. Maybe think that he's, by skipping, he's gonna save some minerals for just enough lings,
well,
but he's banking minerals anyway, so I don't know about that.
27 drones down. 4th base under pretty heavy pressure. Got a couple of one-of-mine shots still trying to go off. Nothing quite so miracle hit yet, but there's not a lot of banelings. They do have speed. They go chase down into the Hellbats. Not too bad. Soaking those hits as they're designed to. Marines got to spread or pick up in those medevacs. Oh, decent one-of-mine shot saves a lot of the Marines. Banshees still have not been dealt with. Looks like the Spore Crawler was killed. Good game's going to be called. And Semper takes a very clean game 1.
Yep. I mean, it all did start with the Roaches not doing any damage, but the follow-up with the Banshees could have been avoided.
I mean, making a reactive set of 8 Roaches because you're worried about Hellions, you see Hellbats on the horizon, that's one thing. To blindly just go them like that, though, I mean, that was really hoping that your opponent's paying no attention to the game whatsoever. But we'll get an invite to game number 2 here in just a sec, guys. Till then, we're going to hit a small break, and we'll see you in 2 minutes with more of the WCS qualifier coverage.
Oh, just the look in your eyes that shine so bright. Reach out over the ocean waves and try to come to life. Don't let go of the bright blue sky because the future's looking far too light. Are you ready for a long dive ship to set sail and carry me through the starry night? Dream of me whenever you are feeling oh so lonely. Try to leave your fears behind. We are locked in an orbit racing round the docks of moonlit worlds that make a light. Keep your eyes on mine.
Expedition Lost.
Touchdown on the surface of my heart. The feelings ever gone. A brave adventurer like me. Members everywhere that I've come from. Keep your feet to the vacuum sky, 'cause it's surrounding us out here. Follow the trail of the stardust of the ones that came before us, to see what we always wanted. Dream of me whenever you are feeling oh so lonely. Try to leave your fears behind. We are locked in an orbit racing
Alright guys, welcome back. We're in game number 2. Spawning here on the top right side of the map is from Flipside Tactics. It's the Bluezerg rebOrn.
In the bottom left, as the yellow Terran, it's Semper.
Alright, I just want to clarify something really quick here in chat, guys. It doesn't matter whether you're for or against any sort of drama here on Base Trade TV. We like to keep the focus of our chat as well as the channel on the games at hand. So if you would like to discuss other things being brought up, take it to Reddit, take it to your own channel, take it to somewhere else, because it's not going to be welcome here. Big thank you to the mods for making sure to keep a lockdown on our chat, making sure it's nice and clean so we can all enjoy the matches together and not get caught up in totally irrelevant discussion. But that being said, guys, that was a pretty clean game 1 out of Semper. It looked really strong for him. He didn't really do anything too amazing. I really do feel that it was rebOrn who may have perhaps defeated himself getting into that. You know, no Spore Crawler was obviously a little bit devastating. The actual push, the dedication of the Roaches did not pay off. And I have to wonder if he's going to bother trying the same sort of aggressive move again, or if he decides to perhaps play with a little more macro in mind.
I would hope the macro. I mean, when you consider that Van Eye was the map that you usually don't see a bunker, and you'd probably think that you're 9 times out of 10 going to get some SCV damage with a surprise Roach Warren. Yeah, no, that was a good idea. But you know, now you show that you're willing to do that. Semper's going to be a little more careful about scouting, most likely, and you're just not going to be able to get away with it, unless he just doesn't like his macro game, and then yeah, go ahead and all in, sure.
Well, see, that's why I was a little bit worried coming into this set, though. I mean, game 1 looked exactly the way I really thought it was going to look. rebOrn used to be this player who only ever all-in anytime we saw him, and well, so far it's not changing my opinion of him just yet. But I would definitely like to see him change it up in game 2. Give us a bit of a better match. Expedition Lost is one that I think, if done correctly, Zerk can take some pretty nice control of, but it's not going to be easy, that's for sure.
Well, the Reaper is going to get in here. And rebOrn did not actually go for a gas, so he's not really going to be able to deal with the Reaper too easily. And on a map where you're really not supposed to go more than one Reaper because there's just no good Reaper spots to use and abuse, this is a situation where you would want to go for more than one Reaper. You can actually kind of run around the Queen still a little bit and maybe get a couple of links because they're going to be slow. And that's what Semper did. Semper's up to 2 Reapers. He might be able to get a Queen if he's really fancy with his footwork. But I don't even think he's scouted that it's not gas, so he has no idea that he's able to even do that for a long period of time.
I like that he actually scouted too this time around. I mean, last time, okay, you play a little bit blind to Van Eye, you get that one skinny ramp, the bunker blindly. It works, it really does. But on most of these other maps, keep an eye on what your opponent's doing. You know, it's less conventional to go to Reaper heavy because there's only one way into the base on Expedition Lost, but I still like the idea of just having the potential to scout instead of sitting there forced to play blind.
I do wonder why you didn't... I mean, I guess he's just being a little bit greedier for now, but... Going for the 2 gases now. And of course, we'll be going into, I'm guessing, speed. Seeing Roach Hydra has really not been... When's the last time I saw Roach Hydra straight up? Not against Mech, of course. I can't recall.
I want to say anytime we see Jon Snow or Fog versus Terran.
Yeah, you'd think so, but I guess we haven't cast them, you know, because we're not doing Copa America, that I just haven't really seen it. You know, it's always been about, if you do go Roaches, it's about going into Roach Baneling or going into Roach Muto, which is exactly what rebOrn did. So, it'd be surprising, but maybe, like, a surprise enough that it could work. He just starts speed and starts the 3rd hatchery, so never mind.
Well, this time, too, droning quite a bit. You know, again, cut these pretty early the last time for that Roach attack. Really didn't have a lot of money to work with. But the faster you get the drones up, the sooner it snowballs and the sooner you can start producing, to your heart's content, the amount of Roaches and Lings you'd like. But it is going to be about protecting them too. And with the 3 Queens on the ramp, this is pretty nice. But if he gets caught out of position, maybe Semper runs by, maybe we have a drop off elevator towards the back end of the main. Clearing up that dead space though, Overlord coverage is looking pretty good.
Lots of Lings in the way, but it won't have speed to deal with the Hellions. That could be a problem. In fact, the creep tumor is coming down at the exact wrong time.
Ooh.
Oh, good cancel. Fast cancel.
Yeah. Saves 1. Or saves 2. Oh, sorry, loses 1. Looks like Overlord in the main got dealt with. That scout was actually going to supply the block rebOrn here, so perhaps not too calculated, but I believe it saw the 3rd CC. Yeah. So funny enough, if there was like one map you would try and all in for Semper on, this would probably be it, but opportunity's already passed. You're not going to be able to start that now. It'll be way too late.
It kind of looks like from rebOrn's vision, Banshees might be on the way. Looks like he's not going to react to that. I did get a couple of spores, actually, yeah. Or did he get a Banshee? You know? No, it was the medevac. Okay, so I think it was a little bit shocked to see not a Banshee, but a medevac. The spore color could be moved, I suppose, to potentially help out against medevac drops anyways, and a complete waste. Oh, a Banshee is on the way. He does add it on.
He's
But
probably...
then still goes bio. That's our awfully Banshee to also go bio.
I don't know what he was expecting to come out of this medevac here, but positioning was pretty good for the Hellions. I think he probably could have taken a couple more shots before lifting off, but keeping them all full health, faking an unload, might go back for round 2 in a moment. Armory not exactly here, so we don't have Hellbats, just Hellions, strictly. Wasted some shots on the Queens, not sure what that was about, but he will get to the mineral line. Picks up once again. 4 Queens, though, might kill the medevac before he gets away. Ooh, 8 health. Couple more shots would have done it.
Oh well. Now, even though I got the spur crawler down at the natural and main, there is not one at the third, which is where this Banshee's going. She doesn't have cloak, so well, she'll probably still be able to take out the one queen, unless the other queens help out wherever they are.
They were running towards that main earlier.
Yep.
There we go. Some tumors going down. Get that vision going. People are saying lag on stream. Let me check. We don't really have many frames drop. We dropped some early at the start of the broadcast because I have my bitrate set too high. But outside of that, it should be okay. If you guys are seeing any sort of discrepancy in video quality, make sure just to go report it to Twitch. You can do so by clicking the little wrench/spanner under the broadcaster thing and just report video stutter. It goes a long way to helping fix the problem if enough people do it. But hopefully you guys aren't seeing any problems because there shouldn't be, at least not on my end. Jumping down the back rocks, so rebOrn might be thinking about taking this as his 4th. Where does that scan go down? The natural base. Not really a lot revealed, but truthfully not a lot to be revealed. You know, Spire coming down the main, layer timing was about all that really mattered, and you kind of already knew about it from the Hellion run by earlier.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Third base is going to try and go down. There's a pesky Ling here blocking it out.
Yeah.
Looks like the Banshee will be able to take that down, though.
I wonder if rebOrn's gonna go ahead. I mean, he's chipping down the back rocks. If he'll just get the base that's near the rocks. We talked about this before, back when, what was it, Cass? Who was the guy that started taking Cross. Okay, well, I always get those ones confused. But if you take the expansion as you normally do as a Zerg player, which is, up and to the left and get the corner base, if you take the expansion as the Terran, well, now you have a pretty, close jumping off point and defensive point to continue. So some of the reactions that we've seen from Zerg players, if this happens, is in fact to take the one near the rocks. And you just got to be wary of dealing with drops.
I like it. I think it's a better choice, to be honest with you. Crew spread's looking pretty good too as he starts creeping across the middle of the map. Also means that Semper can't take one of the gold bases later on. I guess engagement-wise, we'll have to see. We didn't really get a good look at the engagement last game because it was so one-sided before it even began. We didn't really get to see if there was going to be good Widowmine trades versus bad Baneling hits or anything like that. Mito's coming towards the natural base. Actually, not a lot to defend. The second bunker he can fall into, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, what's in the second bunker?
Did he just stim the Marines in a bunker? Who does that?
I do that.
Okay. No, that's cool. I like it. I'm just saying. Never seems to happen.
Really? I think most... I would think a lot more people would do that. They just never click on the bunker before.
Well, it's got some damaged Marines in there. And yeah, the second bunker is a little bit odd. Salvaging it would probably help a little bit. Just get that cash flow back. But not exactly desperate for money just yet. A lot of Lings coming out. Plus 2 timed here pretty nicely. I mean, I guess that was another big problem with that first game where, Semper's pushing on 2-2 on the way where rebOrn only started his 1-1. So lots of things were going poorly for him last game, but this time around looking for better fights, looking to have better engagements. Creep on creep always going to be the best case, but Baneling's not quite getting the connects they're looking for.
No, just a couple Hellbats. But he is on 4 bases and he's on a good drone count. Upgrades are looking good. It is it's a tons better game than last game. Semper's combat shields look a little late. Coming out with the drilling claws too, but I guess they're on their way. He's just clearing up creep, which was pretty good from rebOrn.
Yeah, for sure. We got counterattack set up as well, but there's still that bunker up. So Mike just coming from behind. Baneling's going to connect to this army though if he's not careful. Runs behind the Banelings. Oh. Well, that's one way to get into the base. You got 2 bunkers and 2 layers of walls over here, but still the Lings get into the main. Go figure, right? Bunker in the natural base should actually be able to hold on over. The question is how much damage gets done here in the main. Marines going to be rallied in to try and clean this up. Lings and Marines trading out pretty nicely. And it distracts Semper, you know? He was pushing, he was cleaning up a lot of creep, but that really took away from it.
Yeah. I mean, it takes
Oh,
out
the
about
banelings,
14
the banelings are gonna go down to...
SCVs.
Oh, I can't believe that one of mine did not get a shot off.
Yeah, luckily they were able to retreat, and the creep spread's still looking okay. Creep Tumor Queen is coming forward to place it down, too, so that's really nice. By rebOrn. Semper, you know, besides attacking and clearing up creep, that's great, but he really hasn't been hitting any points really hard, you know? Like, you know, clearing up creep, that's good, but you're supposed to be really applying a lot of pressure to that fourth. So a lot of their focus is on defending. He's giving up ample opportunities for these Ling run-bys to happen, for the mutas to be able to out and about and start attacking. You know, if he sends a dropout right now, for instance, trying to take out the fourth, it's just going to be seen and killed. And he needs to be doing, I think, a little more pressure. And, I mean, I guess he's getting geared up to do that now.
Oh, this one of mine's why? This one of mine is exposed like that. Shrilling Claw is going to go down. Broad Baneling's also going down. Oh, thank God for that scan. Oh. I guess he did see it after all, but still. Last thing you would do is walk those Marines over the road. Banelings, but now this becomes a lot more scary because Semper's fully aware rebOrn's willing to do this.
Well, where's Semper's... I mean, it's good to clear up creep that's not necessarily bothering your attack path, but that's like an added thought. Like, I would be more worried about the creep that's coming out from the fourth, or the third rather, which is usually the attack path on this map.
Oh.
Like,
Fearless in the back end, Baneling bust in the front side. I agree, the creeps could become problematic, and, well, I don't know. Right now, that might not be the biggest issue for anybody, because here comes the Banelings crashing through that bunker. Second bunker still standing. Marine's going to go down immediately. And, ooh, this compromises the natural. He had already lost a couple SCVs over there to the third base, to the mutas. Banelings gets a pretty good connects. Up to 40 almost workers killed so far. There we go. Still, despite the Widowmine shots, which were nice, admittedly, there's no turret here to execute the mutas.
a couple of Marines execute like 4 of them though in the bunker.
Oh, but the
oh
Banelings!
my god!
One of my shots almost killed all the medevacs that saved the Marines too. Heart attack moment for every Terran player watching right now. But that was most of the Banelings. If he splits on the backside of this, I don't know if these will be able to finish it, but they are clumped up. These Marines are retreating over here towards the mutas. Actually going to finish off the mutas by accident?
Yeah, basically. Oh, I guess he makes a decent situation out of a terrible one, but that was not good.
No.
Yeah, that was
No,
that was
not
quite
good.
painful. But rebOrn, he's on his way to an infestation pit, but nowhere near high, his own upgrades. And Semper's finished with 3-3.
Yeah, and this might be his time to try and push with something, anything really, because he's got that supply lead still. It's not looking too bad. A lot of this is Lings less than Banelings, and the mutas are gone. Well, I guess there's some new ones that got made, but for the most part, they're not that cloud of 2025. He's going to try and actually expand towards the middle of the map. This is kind of ambitious because you are getting really close to that creep, but I guess if he keeps pushing it back, makes this a planetary, it's a fallback location. Whenever the wall we establish here in the natural either, so this run-by could do some more damage.
Such an odd path of direction. He's not really attacking. You know, he's going on the map and kind of being scary, but it's rebOrn who's being more aggressive, and Semper is just,
Semper
path
is...
that he's making. Not
he's
sure
a-
what's up with it.
He's a janitor. He's been cleaning the map up, you know? It's not,
Yeah, I
it's not
guess
about
so.
graduating from the school. It's about keeping it clean.
Sure. I think the point is to graduate from this game, though.
No, I agree. It's a little bit funny to see the way it's played out. But these mutas get some pretty good damage. No hidden Widowmines this time around, but he will be able to kill some of them with the Marines. I don't know. rebOrn's really gung-ho on taking fights with his mutas, and I don't know if it's just that he's not paying attention or if he's just... I don't know, somehow this deep into StarCraft 2, not realizing how good Marines are, but he will kill some more CVs on his way out. Got double drops heading towards the main while this goes on as well. And if rebOrn pulls back to defend, Semper will probably push through the middle of the map. Could pick up the Marauders, not paying attention over here because he's focusing towards that main. Spawning Pool going to be focused. Sees the Hive timing on this as well. So even if he dies here, this is a pretty good scout. Pretty big reveal, actually.
Yeah, it does tell him that, you don't have to worry about ultras anytime soon, and that the 3-3 is nowhere near done for rebOrn. So usually this would be a case where you're like, well, I can be a little more aggressive, and, well, Semper's not really been all that aggressive. It's, I don't know, it's been a little bit of an odd game. Just not the same flow as if we were watching, like, Innovation versus Life, Tip-top TVZ.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit sloppy and a little bit scrappy from both sides, but truth be told, it's kind of making them match each other a little bit better for it. And I'm liking this game out of rebOrn about 1,000,000 times better than we saw at game number 1 anyways. And lots more Banelings coming in. Ling's going to try and run past this. I don't know if they'll go the backside or if they'll go through this wall. Oh, he still hasn't fixed this wall. I don't know if he just thinks that, like, my opponent's going to stop attacking me here, but actually pretty good spot in the mineral lines. Medevac's just going to peace out, though.
Yeah, heal an SCV. I got you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Marines, I don't got time for this. Turret here is also going to get picked off. Semper, I guess he can fall back to the bunker if this gets really bad, but still more SCV losses than I think he'd like to take. His opponent, rebOrn as well, is starting to get a bit of a bank, something that's not really been available to him at this point, but oh, these Banling shots. These what are my shots? What trades out better is the big question. Planetary Fortress should live through this if he repairs it. No, it goes down!
Damn, it was close. More Banlings were on the way, so
That was a
also
very expensive
gone
kill, though.
down.
Like, that was a
Yeah.
very expensive kill out of rebOrn.
But-
Will that be worth it?
But Semper never pushes the issue. Like, he doesn't want to go on a creep. Like, and he does. He's gonna kill out of Banlings.
I don't think he saw these ones burrow. Nicely done from rebOrn. You know, this level of play is something that you really, I did not expect out of this guy, and I'm really sad that I wrote him off in my books before this game even got started because he's playing fantastically. The road Banling tricks are really cool. He's not been able to get the most use out of them, but that one was a pretty important hit. Takes out a good chunk of the army. Marines connecting on the backside too. Mutalisks might not be that numerous, but that supply count for the Terran players still holds strong.
Yeah.
50 links on the way, though, might have something to say about that. These medevacs are starting to get a bit low on energy too. Might not actually be able to sustain the army if big Lings round comes in.
I don't think he's gonna be able to push through here. She'll kill the 4th, and that is a pretty healthy mining base for rebOrn. But he's gonna always be on creep, and there's got to be more Banelings somewhere. Like rebOrn, you have 1,400 gas. Where are they? Okay, now they're making 22 Banelings on the way, and I just don't think you're ever gonna be able to split enough to deal with that. Not with this small of an army.
The Banelings are actually choking into the Lings right now. They're trying to get up here to protect those same Banelings. A little bit
Oh,
awkward.
would mine? No.
Goes off on a lot of the Marines. There's still some Widowmines on that ramp to look out for, but he will clean up the rest of the Marines. And I guess one of the key points behind this was, okay, you know, rebOrn lost the base, but so did Semper, and it was a pretty important one in the middle of the map. You know, he was relying on that gold-based income pretty
Yeah.
badly, I'd say.
Well, Semper has an extra command center building,
Yeah.
and of course you can just lift your main and your natural and go there too. In fact, he is doing that, lifting his main, looks like, to go towards the gold. So rebOrn, having never taken a top left base, you know, might really kick him in the butt here, but he is starting to match Semper on upgrades. So it's not like, you know, who's going to be more cost effective, even though it usually is the Terran.
Yeah, and I guess one of the other things too is like that crazy Widowmine. Like he had about 11 Widowmines surrounding that planetary before the Banelings rolled in. He's never really been able to replace those too easily. He's just now starting to produce them once again. Nice catches the SCVs. Kind of forgot about those Banelings myself, to be honest. Got the tail end of that destruction. 88 workers killed so far. And
I really feel bad for rebOrn, who has such a huge gas bank, but never had that big of a mineral bank.
Yeah, true enough. That's usually not the case for a lot of these matches. But Drone's going to get shredded here towards that base. He's at the same time going to trade out versus some SCVs, but that turret's going to hold strong. Nice repair on that turret, but oh, once again, door left open.
Yeah.
The wolves
It's
in.
less about SCVs for Semper, who has basically secured a gold base again, though. I mean, he's losing SCVs this entire game, up to 91 SCVs killed.
Yeah, might get those triple digits if he really dedicates to it, but Muta's not really getting a lot done. I mean, Ling's sitting on top of depots. There's really not much damage coming into this. He's going to lose those very important, very precious Mutas. Oh, gosh.
Tries to attack into the planetary with a couple of units. That didn't seem to go that well.
Well, it's not a planetary, so...
Oh, sorry, command center. Just regular command center. The bunker holds strong, and the Widowmines get some decent hits. rebOrn is just going to GG.
You know what? I'll give it to rebOrn, though. If nothing else, he's at least changed my opinion of him throughout that game. It's sad that he went down, but it was really well played. But Semper's going to take the series 2-0, and congratulations to him. Now, this is still the very early part of the brackets, guys, and nobody is close to their qualifying match by far. So no one's out of the woods yet. No one's even getting close to safe. But we do have some matches starting to shape up, and some pretty good ones at that. So we're going to hit a small break. We'll see what we can get our fingers into. I phrased that poorly.